Okay, hi everybody. We are doing something that I'm very excited about today. We are talking about Love is Blind. Full disclosure, I've already watched it. Aaron and I watched this together on Netflix, like it's a self-care thing.
We're not counting it as self-care because it was so much work.
It was fun for me. But anyway, so yeah, full disclosure, this isn't my like first time like raw reaction or whatever. But I'm actually really glad that I watched it already because I took notes about all the problematic shit that takes place so we can just skip right to the good parts. So if you haven't watched it, obviously fucking spoilers, go watch it first and then come back and watch this. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Hopefully you guys like this. I have it on my laptop here. I'm going to watch it and then I will superimpose it on the screen over here. We're going to put it over here.
Perfect.
But yeah, so you guys can sort of watch along with me. If Netflix fucking takes down my video, I'm gonna be so mad. We're gonna play now. Okay, let's just watch the thing. Oh, also we have wine because Jessica.
The reason I came here is there's men who actually want to get married. They want commitment. They're looking for wives. I'm like, what? Where?
We made it 30 seconds into the show. That's some sexist shit. This like trope that only women are interested in commitment is so old to me. And like, just like, can we just hold each other all to a higher standard that like, there are so many men who are emotionally intelligent and care about having a partner that they love and having a life with a person that they really want to put effort into the relationship. Like, can we stop acting like men or are just like these dick-driven losers? That's not an accurate depiction of an entire ass gender of people.
Wow.
Okay. So yeah, we have all standard size, like conventionally attractive people, and also like 3 black women. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to say that we should be like intentionally casting people because of their race or whatever, but like, this is not an accurate depiction of all of the people in the United States. Like, this is a bunch of rich white women. Skinny, rich white women.
Oh, shit.
I love that the women's living quarters is all pinks and pastels and velvets and soft padded chairs. And then the men's living quarters is just like raw wood. We got red. Ugh. So cringy.
Stylish guy can have his pick of the litter, but there comes a time in every man's life where he...
Oh, it's Nick Lachey, everybody.
How you guys doing?
Authority on love.
Freaking out a little bit.
Yeah? Welcome.
I'm Vanessa Lachey.
I'm obviously Nick Lachey, her husband.
I'm obviously
Ladies, welcome
Nick
to the
Lachey.
Blind Love.
Also, can we talk about this for a second? The whole premise of this show is that they're gonna pick someone to marry. Like, why? I know that it doesn't make for good TV to be like, you can pick a person that you want to go on more dates with after the show is over and just like sort of casually have a relationship with. But like, this whole like shoehorning people into marriage thing seems like such a bad idea. But also like, not everybody who is in love or has a permanent life partner will be married. So like, also too, I love that the whole focus of this show is like, is love really blind? And like, you're going to pick a life partner without having ever seen them. But then we're talking about all conventionally attractive, skinny people. I want to see some people on here who aren't conventionally attractive. Some people who struggle with like personal hygiene and grooming. Some people who have some learning to do about like how to dress themselves or how to like brush their teeth every day or like I want to see some shit like that. Like, that's a real is Love is Blind. I love that the only people who are cast for this show look like they're going to be on The Bachelor.
We live in such a disconnected and distracted world. Your value is often judged solely by the photo on your dating app.
True.
I love all of these beautiful women going, oh, so true. Okay.
Psychologists believe that emotional connection is the key to long-term marital success.
Psychologists say water is wet. Emotional connection is what drives relationships. Obviously. Also too, can we talk about how fucking heteronormative this is? The whole like women on this side and men on this side. Like, I want to see some gay people. I want to see some bi people. I want to see some non-binary people and some well, maybe not asexual people because like they don't need to be on the show. But I don't know. This is just so like whatever.
You won't ever get to see each other.
I like how everybody, when they say, you won't ever get to see each other, everyone is shocked. Like, as if they didn't already sign a waiver fully disclosing what the fuck is going on here and they know what they signed up for.
You're gonna leave here together as an engaged couple with
Okay, see, this is the other thing that I don't understand. Again, like why the focus is on marriage and not like building a connection with a person and like actually having a relationship. But also too, like these shows, I just don't get. Like, and I feel this way about The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and all that stuff too. Like, what the fuck are the odds that your soulmate, the person that you could connect with above all else, is in this tiny pool of skinny, white, privileged, probably wealthy, able-bodied people? Like, what the fuck are the chances of that, right? Like, especially too, because a show like this, like, you have to be a certain type of person, right? To subject yourself to this, to being filmed to this extent. Because, like, let's be honest, there's a certain amount of like self-centeredness that's involved with casting yourself to be on this show, to be the center of attention, right? Like, I say this as a person with a YouTube channel, like there's a certain amount of self-centered and narcissism involved in wanting to film yourself or be filmed and be like the subject of other people's entertainment. Like, you really have to be interested in that, right? So like, if you're already coming on this show feeling kind of self-driven and like doing this from a place of your own desire, like, again, what are the odds that you're going to meet a person that you could potentially put up with for the rest of your life, let alone actually love?
Damn time. Get that wife. Get that wife.
Oh, the way that the men talk about women is just such a, like, it's very clear that the women on this show are like the commodity. They talk about women, even the hosts on the show talk about women as if they're a prize to be won or a thing to be possessed. That's not a good way to start.
I'm 34 years old and I may not find someone based on the criteria that I've put in place for myself. I'm ready to start a family.
Also too, this whole thing with like, I'm ready to start a family, like, then bitch, start a family. Like, why do you need to be married first and then have kids? But also, can we talk about the poor life decision that is going on a reality TV show to maybe or maybe not meet a life partner that you may or may not actually even like enough to spend the rest of your life with, but then to get married and then get knocked up and start a family because of, like, I don't know, your preconceived notions about the order in which we're supposed to meet life milestones? Like, yikes, Jessica. Yikes.
Are you clumsy?
generally no, lately yes.
What about in bed?
Well, I ain't timid, that's for sure.
I have a serious question for you around intimacy.
Ooh, yeah.
What do you think about dogs in the bed?
I am one, but no, I'm kidding.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I just watched 2 clips of Barnett talking to Amber and talking to Jessica. There's such a heavy focus on sex in the show. They keep talking about sex and intimacy and physical relationships, and I thought the point of this was supposed to be emotional connection. But okay.
Sometimes right here is right here.
Okay, there's a lot of alcohol on this show. Like, a lot. On the men's side, it's all beer, and then on the women's side, it's all wine. But there's a lot of alcohol here. Like, a lot.
Here in the experiment, you spend every second of every minute searching for your soulmate.
Actually, yeah, that's something I want to talk about. This idea that they spend every second of every minute they are focused on trying to find a soulmate. I feel like this is an important thing to talk about because the power of suggestion and being in an environment that facilitates a certain type of thought process, I think is really key to why this seems to work so well. Because if you've noticed, all of the furniture in their room is all like soft and cozy and cool and calming colors. There's lots of like a cozy blanket and these cushy pillows, and like all of the, like, even the wall that separates them is like these cute little twinkly blue and green and purple lights, and like it all just seems very soothing and like such a relaxing environment and like romantic environment to be in. And also, these people have consumed quite a bit of alcohol, and they don't get any breaks or any time to process anything that's actually happened or like the conversations that they've had. So they're in this like weird echo chamber, like whirlwind thing of constantly talking about love and sex and romance and relationships, and especially with the other people too, where like especially the women seems like they are just talking about wanting to click with a person, wanting to be involved in a relationship, and it seems almost competitive. Like they want to fall in love with someone so bad so that they don't feel left out when they're talking in the communal rooms. And so, like, I think you would be hard-pressed to not convince yourself that you were connecting with somebody on an emotional level in this environment. And so, like, I'm not convinced that any of these people are going to actually form a lasting connection with someone because the environment they're in is specifically formulated to almost, like, brainwash these people into feeling like they're in love with someone. I think this is a lot of, like, manufactured feelings and not, like, real connection, which is problematic.
She's 34, I'm 24. I don't care. To me, age is a mindset.
With the age thing.
Integrity is everything to me.
Yeah, well, okay. I love that we're talking about the big questions, and she says, integrity is important to me. As if anybody would be like, I don't really care about integrity.
I'm definitely super Christian.
Holy shit, we're the same fucking person.
We're the same person because we're both Christian and we value integrity. Oh my God. See, this is what I'm talking about. Where any small bit of information in common, they're like, it's my soulmate, oh my God. Because they're in this environment where they're constantly being reinforced with this idea of like, fall in love, find a person. And like, so these two people were both just like, we're Christian. Oh my God, it's meant to be. Wow, it's almost like God is ordained in our life. Like, no. Do you know how many people are Christian, especially white people are Christian? Like, they're everywhere, sis. That's not your soulmate just because he thinks God is real. Look at
And it's
her
like,
face.
I want to raise
She's
my kids
shocked.
with...
Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. So much alcohol. She just poured like half a bottle of wine into that glass.
I'm also, I think, I'm afraid of opening up and losing that connection.
Tell her how you feel, tell her what's going on, break down, be emotional, and give it everything you've got, because the pain of knowing you didn't give it all and you'll never know the answer is terrible, and you should avoid that at all costs.
I mean, like, I don't disagree with Rory's advice here, which also, like, poor Rory. This guy seems actually healthy, which is probably why he didn't make it on the show, but, like, he just seems so normal. But yeah, like, Barnett's whole thing about, like, I don't want to open up and lose the connection, whatever. Like, this is such a, like, toxic masculinity trope that, like, if I'm vulnerable with a person, that they won't like me anymore and they won't love me or find me masculine or sexy or interesting. Like, that's not true. That's not true. This is why feminism helps everybody, y'all.
I knew that he had just left with you.
Oh, here
he
we
was
go.
so sure of everything, and that scared me. As soon as I saw that, I was like, maybe she's just been kind of just, she wasn't feeling the way I was feeling.
Ooh, okay, so I want to talk about this because this is an excellent way to communicate with another person, and actually I'm weirdly proud of Barnett, even though I don't really like him as a person, because he said, when, like, I heard that Mark left and he seemed so sure of everything, that scared me. That made me feel like maybe she doesn't feel the same way that I've been feeling. What an excellent way to communicate with a person, because you're reframing the communication from your point of view, and he's owning the fact that he was afraid, he felt unsure, he felt like maybe I was more invested in this person than she was invested in me. This is like such a perfect way to communicate to a person fears and like doubts that you could be having without casting blame on another person. Now let's watch what Jessica does.
You don't think I hear things on the other side? There's multiple girls that really like you, but like the girls don't think you're serious about them.
Oh. Okay, did you see how she slid off the couch there? She literally tried to run away from feeling uncomfortable. And again, Barnett phrased that communication in a way where he said, I felt this way, it made me think this, that, or the other. And Jessica said, oh, you don't think I hear things? You don't think I blah, 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 blah? I wanted to talk about this because this is such a perfect example of how even sometimes when we phrase things in a way that's very healthy communication style, if somebody is unhealthy or in their shit, they cannot hear you and still take that to be blame or to feel defensive. At that point, that's not on you. If you've made the effort to communicate in a way and you have like very clearly phrased something from your point of view to say, I felt this way, this thing happened, it made me feel, I thought this, that, or the other, and then the person comes at you sideways, that's not on you. That's an indication that this other person is coming from a place of insecurity and probably an understanding that what they're doing is not cool.
And literally, like, the military girl is gonna, like, kick my ass. I know it. Like, don't make this one-sided.
Okay, see, yeah, she said, don't make this one-sided. He literally didn't. He just owned his feelings, and you went off into left field with it, Jessica.
If this place had nobody, no other guys, and no other girls, like, I would propose to you tomorrow.
But is that that supposed to be a compliment? If there was nobody else here, I would propose to you tomorrow?
You would.
Jessica seems so enamored with that.
Yang.
I'm so fucking happy right now.
Oh, God.
I'm 34 years old, and no
She
one
loves
has
to talk about how
ever
she's
said those
34
words to me,
years old. I'm
that they're ready
34,
to
I'm
propose,
34,
that they want to.
Self-esteem issues much?
I'll do whatever you want me to do. If you want me to like pull the plug on this other things tomorrow, like I will.
Oh my God. She literally said, if you need me to pull the plug on these other things, I'll do it tomorrow. That's not healthy, girlfriend. That is the perfect example of a person being so desperate to feel loved or connected with another person. Doesn't matter who the person is, because as soon as he said something about marriage, she was like, oh my God, yes, I'll do whatever you need me to do. I'll pull the plug tomorrow. Because it's not about the person for her. It's about the label of being married and being in a relationship and having a person. Again, yikes, Jessica. Okay, so let's wrap up with some final thoughts because this episode has really gone on for long enough. This whole show, in my opinion, is like just a masterclass in how to manipulate people. Not in a good way. Because again, like, it's very clear that whoever produced this show designed the environment to be conducive to feeling love and affection towards other people. Yeah, this is weird. I am not convinced that anybody in the show is going to form any like real connections. I won't like spoil it if you haven't seen the rest of it and you want to like watch the rest of it or whatever. Like I said, I've already seen the whole thing, so I know who ends up actually getting married and who doesn't. But like, yikes all around. If you are like a single person who is looking for a partner or whatever, don't use this as like a metric for what your love life should look like, because this shit has dysfunction written all over it. I'm really excited to follow more of this as they like actually interact with each other. In my opinion, the like whole pods thing is like really dry and just kind of boring after a while. If you like the video, and then if you want to keep up with the rest of the series, we're going to be releasing these videos hopefully really closely together. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with this, and then share the video to help the channel grow and help each other grow. Especially if you have friends or family that watch Love is Blind, let's all talk about it together. Let me know if I missed anything or something that you wish that I had addressed in the comments, because I'm happy to go back and sort of talk about it some more in the next episode. But yeah, okay. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Okay, bye.